Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Now, one thing I find with my car is I have no proper ambient lighting inside the car at all, and I want to change that. And it's weird, I was thinking that I wanted to sort that out because tesstudio messaged me asking if I wanted to try their new ambient lighting strip for the Model Y, and I believe it actually fits in the 3 and the new Juniper. But this is a little bit different. This actually has road safety in mind as well, because it has blind spot indicators. That's right, so we actually have ambient lighting with blind spot indicator. Now, I've not seen anything like this. I have a few things that are in the car that actually does the blind spot, so an extra one is, can you ever get enough? But obviously the ambient lighting side of it is what I was ideally after. But yeah, you know, a bit of extra road safety, blind spotting, because obviously in the Tesla you have, when you actually indicate, you have a display come up of your blind spot, and it has a little light to say if it's if there's anything coming or anything like that. And I also fitted the speedo dash with CarPlay, which sits in front of you, and every time something goes past it gives you sort of like a blind spot indicator as well. But what we have is this kit. You know, you got your warranty and support and how to install, but we have this. So in the kit it comes with a little spludger, take panels off. We have what looks like sticky tape, which I don't think you actually need for this car, because this is the ambient lighting. Now this actually sits up just past the air vent, and yeah, sits in a little groove on this car, and I believe it might need the sticky tape for the other. So it doesn't go all the way across, but we'll work this out. We'll measure it out and get it installed properly. The sticky tape is actually stuck to the plastic bag, but it's always good to have double-sided tape. And then in this bag is the electrical connections, which we have the power, so that goes into the ECU, that goes into the power, and that's the control module for the LED itself, which is quite cool. And then we also have this little USB-C cable to this little 3-pin plug, so this will connect into there, and that will connect into the LED itself, and that's all of that connected up. Fairly easy, fairly simple, you know, nice. So this very much like when I did the center display, we have to go into the down the side, take some trims off, plug this into the power, plug this into the ECU, and yeah, and I believe you can actually daisy chain as many different devices as possible. But yeah, this should be a fairly simple, straightforward install, so we're gonna get cracking, really. So as per last time, we just want to quickly remove the panel, remove that panel. It's easier to also move the rubber strip out the way. Pop the plug out there. Remove, it's actually easier to remove the whole thing out. And then we have one more pin just down here to remove the carpet and free that up. So there we have it, power plug and the ECU just there. So what I'm going to do is, before we go crazy, I'm going to unplug that and get this bit plugged in here. So ECU done. I'll unplug that, and we have just move that out the way a little. And that is plugged in. What we're going to do is, before we go any further, let's quickly, looks like the light's on there, we'll plug this in, and there we have, the LED is working. This bit is pretty much done. We've just got to button up a little bit, but we need to put this cable through. So before I button all of that up, I want to actually take this off. Now, you don't have to take this off, you can feed it through, but because I've got this display here, it's going to be easier for me to remove all of that, which is still fairly simple. We did it recently. I'm going to unplug the LED for a minute. I'm just going to move these trim bits out of the way so I don't break them. That's safe. So I'm going to remove that quickly and we'll come back to it. Now, the LED itself, I want to make sure I get it nice and same sort of length away, and then, now this is why I've taken this off, because it literally, there's a groove up, so I hit the indicator, there's a groove up under here that this sort of sits in. Right, I'm going to go the other side, it might be a little bit easier. Is hopefully it'll be easier to get it in this end, because that side's got a cable on the end of it which sort of stops it from sliding in, and there we go. Right. Let's carry on getting this through, because it went behind here. It's hard to let's make sure it's still visible. Right, okay, so let me show you what I mean by, when you look up under here, there is a little groove that it sits in nice and neat, out the way, without any issues. Right, and just like that we have ambient lighting. So what we're supposed to be able to do is if we scroll the wheel, you can see it change colour. Now it is a very bright day today, and there is a slight, you can see it just sort of like along here and along here, you know, it shines off the grey, and I don't know what colour to go with. I might, the red's okay, the red's more distinctive, and when I indicate, oh look, you can see it's quite, you can actually see that a lot better than, yeah, so I can see that I'm in, and the best thing is it hits here just past this display, so yeah, I can actually see that. That's actually quite bright compared to the colour, which is really good. What we'll do is, I'm not going to go out now driving with it. What I'll do is, when I go to work tomorrow morning, I start work at 5 AM, so it's still going to be dark. So we'll do a drive to work in the dark, and then when I come home from work, we'll do a drive when I come home as well, and you'll be able to see exactly how I see it as well. Right, so it is 4:15 in the morning. I'm heading to work, and it is rather dark outside, but the ambient lighting looks really nice. It's not too bright, it's just quite subtle. Yeah, I quite like it. It's it gives a nice feel to the cabin. I have set it on white because I thought it'd be a little bit less garish. So obviously I'm heading into work, and you know, it's not too bright, it's not in your face, and when we get to somewhere where I need to turn, we'll test the indicators. It is quite early, so you're not going to get many, you're not going to see much of the blind spot side of it. Obviously, if I, oh, two police car, a police car and a police van. But when you indicate, I believe it's it will show red if it's not safe to turn. When you start indicating, it's not until when you're indicating it's green is basically when it's safe to move. Because obviously, say if you're in on a dual carriageway or something, or a 2-lane road, and you start indicating, it'll let you know when there's someone next to you, or it's not safe, or someone's overtaking, that sort of thing. Right, so different colour wise, obviously we're set on white, and you just literally use your right scroll wheel to change the colour. So we have sort of like an orange colour. That's actually quite, I quite like that. That's quite nice. Sort of like a teal. Mauvey purpley pink colour. Sort of like a, hard to describe what colour that is. That's sort of like a, quite nice. That's quite a nice blue. Then we have the red. The red's quite a strong colour, but it goes with the interior, which has then now gone to purple. But as you can see, all these different colours. So this one is, it goes, I've got it in park, but this, as you accelerate, You sort of like get the Night Rider style. It is a cool feature. And then back onto sort of like the white. So you got a variety of different colours. It is quite nice. It is quite easy to use. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll come back to when I finished work, so you can actually see what it's like during the daytime. Right, so I have just finished work, and daytime driving with ambient light bar and blind spot sensors. Obviously the sun's come out compared to what it was earlier, so you can't really see the ambient light, but we should still be able to see when the indicators come on. Once we get to the end of the road, yeah, you can see it. It's nice and bright, which is really good. I haven't obviously got to experience the blind spot side of it, because obviously road driving it's a little different. Obviously it would be better if I was on dual carriageways, we'd actually be able to see the different colours that it does, whether it's warning me that there's someone there or not. But we'll see on the way home if we can get it to go, because there is a 2-lane traffic lights not far from here, and I'll see if I can if I've got someone next to me, I'll try and indicate and see if we can get it to work. Right, so I've driven home, I'm back home now. I didn't really get a chance to use the blind spot test. I didn't get to do a proper blind spot test. Obviously during the day you can actually see the indicators, so I'm looking forward to when I'm actually out and about, when I'm not at work, and I'll test it then. But the fact that during the day it doesn't matter that you can't actually see the ambient lighting, because you don't really need it during the day. But the fact that you can actually see the indicators, that sort of stuff, and be able to, and you know, you'll be able to see the blind spot side of it, which is a good thing. Overall, I really like it. The main thing I wanted it for was the ambient lighting, especially at night. So that's the blind spot side for me is a bonus, because I do have it on the dash and, you know, when I'm indicating on the screen there. But that's more, you know, the corner of your eye, it's nice because you're not always looking, when you're trying to turn, you're not always looking at the dash in front of you, you're not looking at that. So it's an extra bonus and an extra safety feature. It would have been nice to test it properly, but obviously where I go to and from work most of the time, it's not until I've actually got a day off, which isn't for a little while now, because I'm on a 10 days straight. I'm not going to be able to test it like that for a little while. So yeah, overall it really impressed me. I do like the fact that, you know, I've now got ambient lighting at night, and you can actually change the colours via using the right scroll wheel on your steering wheel. Makes it a lot nicer. It makes it look nicer inside, especially at night when you're out. And with darker days coming in a few months, it'll be nice going to and from work and seeing it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not so much looking forward to the darker days, but you know what I mean. Tesstudio, thank you ever so much for sending this out. It's a great piece of kit, and obviously I'll leave a link in the description below with the discount codes, that sort of stuff. So yeah, Tesstudio, thank you ever so much. And on that note, thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and we'll be back very soon with the next video. Thanks for watching. Adios.